What would be the third one?
The next song would be and these are both around the same time frame, so it was really no difference. So we can roll with actually. There's no time frame. These both songs I probably listen to at the same time.
Okay.
So the next one would be "Get 'Em Daddy," Cameron. Now, when this Cameron was already out before with Horse and Carriage and stuff, but the nigga came through on some. He hit something. He hit a moment in his life that was so crazy with Dipset, the Diplomats movement, and it was so powerful. It was influencing for me. I wanted to be Cam, like big earrings, pink, like, and even the intro to this song is so swaggy, like the confidence, like what's up, I'm here, put the cameras on me, like.
And to that point, right? How you say you wanted to be Cam. The neighborhood that I grew up in on Huff, it had the whole neighborhood change its name from Huff to Huff Harlem. Like, just because everyone thought they were part of like Dipset.
Yeah, like
pink T-shirts, like
this
everything.
Is a movement, Bird Gang. I'm in the pictures. I'm throwing the bird up.
Cam, when I was in college, you know what I'm saying? Had a flag.
Oh, come on, man! Big hoodie at the end. Damn, I got you. See, I got
the fur on the joint.
The fur on the joint, cause a killer. Like,
could it be Cam? Like resonated so well because he was a fly nigga. He wasn't really like the dopest lyricist, but you felt like you can beat him though.
Yeah, it was the flyness. It wasn't even about. The lyrics was cool. His cadence was cool. He rapped. He had a different style though. That was his style was confident. Like, I'm that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
production played a big part in that.
No, yeah, everything about them, everything, and they would just come in banger after banger. Come home with me with all of that. Then they come Diplomatic Immunity with all them hits, and it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But he really molded me to just. You know what I'm saying? At the time when it's like stunting, I pull that from my Cameron thing. He really influenced my life with that, man. So,
I got a story. I remember the first time I heard Killer Cam song. Killer Cam, Killer. Mm-hmm. I'm in the car with Jermaine Gay. Mm-hmm. We're coming from a basketball tournament, and the song came on. We were coming back from Columbus, I think. That's a 2-hour ride. That song played 12 times. He didn't play anything else but that song. Like but like my earlier point, how soulful that track is, and it was just something about it. Like he was rapping. Like when we break down the line, you like that was like elementary, but it was like so dope. It was like what we needed, and I remember exactly where it was at when I heard that track for the first time.
Yeah, it was
they had the East Coast at the time. You know, they had the East.
Man, they had everything. They had everybody. Dipset was crazy. Everybody was wearing
pink shoelaces, like the pink Range Rover.
It's the dip. It's the dip. You know what I'm saying? This period, like one of the greatest groups of all times. I argue to this day, I don't know a group really more influential. Except I might put the Migos right now for the youth, but.
Migos, yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't say greatest group because they piggybacked off of Jay-Z. Because I don't think they could have done it without the Rockefeller influence. You know,
I mean, I agree with Rock doing that, but when I think of Dipset, I don't think of Rock at all. Even though they are with Rock Nation, don't get me wrong, they was with Rockefeller. You know, it's crazy. When I think of Dipset, I know they're affiliated, but I just think of them. When I think of State Property, I think of Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just in my head. Yeah. It was just the Dips, man. Like because at that time, I still remember that's when Cam was beefing with Jay. Even though they were still on the same label, they wasn't even rocking.
Yeah, they had a
like
few.
He like nigga, I'm me. Like,
but that brought that Rockefeller umbrella brought all that to the limelight, to the forefront. Because otherwise, we probably wouldn't even be talking about it.
Right.
And I'm the biggest Rockefeller apologist there is, but I would have to side with Ryan because they had the same platform, State Property and Dipset.
True.
But State Property didn't like catch
But
on.
the talent wasn't equivalent either though. You had Beans.
They were more talented.
Beans was nasty.
You had Beans.
nasty.
And then
I mean,
like,
really, if
you
you
had
talk
Beans.
about
No,
lyrically,
young-
Beans,
the
Freeway,
young guys,
the
Chris,
young
like,
guns.
They one hit wonders
you
though.
had Cameron.
Listen, but
That was it, and then
when
he
it
had
came-
to carry him.
And then
when
let's
it came-
talk about. I'm sorry.
when it came,
production.
I'm saying when you came, but listen, when you came, really, when you came lyrically, nigga, Freeway spitting,
Yeah, Freeway
Beans
nice.
spitting, Chris and Neef spitting,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me
One
wrong, they
album.
had them killers, but then you got. You got the Dip, you got Killer, but don't get me wrong, Jewel's coming with
Exactly.
hits. You know what I'm saying?
Could it be this, Ryan? Like
Jim Jones coming with hits. They not even spitting like lyrics. They just fly.
Yeah, yeah.
I think-
and their production was crazy.
they had,
State
it was
Property
all
and-
Man,
in house.
but
It was
Beans
all
had-
in house.
Beans had
It was
some
all in
production
house.
What was
now.
that? The Heat Makers?
No, like
Beans
you
had
walk
them
in the
had some
Rockefeller
hits.
building, they had Just Blaze, Access. They had
You
all
know,
them.
yeah. Oh no, they was all
Yeah.
pulling from the same people now.
I guess.
What could it be? This maybe. So the Philly, it was too grimy for the average cat. Like,
But
Cam
that's
was
the
fly.
vibe. Yeah,
that's what I'm
that's the
saying.
vibe.
Cam was
Yeah,
fly.
They
That's
was
why
they
it
were
was
they were the
more reach.
grimy.
Right.
See, the thing that State P and them roll with, even when you watch the movies, when State P came out, them niggas was some grimy niggas that was robbing you,
Yeah.
robbing niggas. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
when
Even
you
the
take
attire,
Paper
the-
Soldiers,
the-
everything about
But-
Beans is I'm going to take this shit
The
from
Carhartt
You know what?
suits
That's what
and
make
everything.
Everything about Cam
I'm
is
fly.
I'm a fly nigga. I
Fair
sell
enough.
weight.
And that
I
gave you
get
two
money.
spectrums on,
You know
but
what I'm
that's why
saying?
they was all under that Rockefeller umbrella. That gave you the complete roundness of it, though. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying,
one
bro, like-
dynamic exists without the other.
Take the kid that ain't really a thug and he's poor. He gonna see Cam and be like, I want the pink range.
Right.
He ain't gonna see Beans and be like, I want the Carhartt suit and get
That's a
down and
fact.
lay down.
Yeah.
So
they
I,
covered the whole. Yeah, that was great. That was great business.
State Property, Dipset. Man, I can't think of a Dipset. I mean, a State Property song that give me the feeling that the Dipset anthem or
Beans, I mean,
Killer
Beans,
Cam.
Beans' album was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Beans had some shit, but it wasn't
Beans got
the
classics.
truth. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Once again, it's on. It's still one of my favorite tracks.
Feel it in the air.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was that production, Rasul. You killing your own argument. Look
What?
at them productions on
I
Beans
mean,
track.
I ain't knocking Beans at all, but I'm just saying, like, well, when you listen to the Dip, like
Beans had the shit.
Jewel's solo joint, you know what I'm saying? The production on it, like, you can't tell me, like, when what was
The
that?
Heat Makers. Wasn't it the Heat Makers
Yeah,
with
the
the
Heat Makers. I
Dipset?
think it was the Heat Makers. But when they like anybody outside of in State Property outside of Beans, well, no, but Freeway production was raw too.
Yeah.
Yeah, his production used to be dope. But I mean, they just did. I guess they didn't jump out there.
So
like
when State
Cam
Property
did,
was hot, you might have been like a freshman or sophomore in high
Might have
school,
been, yeah.
and you were, I remember, like a junior. What was going on in your life at that time with?
sports.
Yeah, everything with me, I was, it was still basketball and
Sports.
trying to keep the grades to be able to keep playing basketball.
Sports, trying to stay out separate the streets from, you know what I'm saying, school.
Yeah.
But sports, the
But
focus was sports.
sports. But that's all it was for me. It was straight basketball. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still gonna argue we like the Dipset because they sampled everything during that time,
Another
and
level.
That's why Kanye.
it was like, what
West
the hell is
there
this?
Is a Kanye
man?
West because of that era, I believe. You know that made his style of play come in and be able to just because I don't know what happened to the Heat Makers after Dipset though.
It's a
Tell you
good
the truth.
I don't know.
You know,
We should do a Where Are They Now segment or something. So Ryan was the sixth member of Dipset.
Goddamn right. You damn right I was.
You should have
J.R.
you should have a
Ryder.
Dipset night
Come
at
on,
the
Hell
club.
Rail.
The
Come on,
writer
man.
of writers, like
Freaky Zinky,
Yeah,
like, come on,
yeah,
man. I was in on. I always had a belt. I had a belt with the Dipset
bird on it.
bird on it. Like, nah, I was heavy in it. And to this day, if Villa had some Dipset shirts like 2 years ago, I bought a couple of them. I'm rocking the dip. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they
to this
jewelry
day.
was fly. They killed it.
Come on, man.
They killed it.
Amazing.
You felt like you could be a part of them, like you was
Amazing.
fly, like
They
You had the big earrings and shit.
It was only other person I really wanted to be like that. If it wasn't Cam, was like Pharrell. It was Pharrell and Cam. Them two dudes, something that really kind of influenced me.
I didn't have the confidence to wear the extra shit Pharrell was doing, like the ice cream shoes. You got to be a nigga like you to pull that off.
Yeah,
like,
I still, it's for Pharrell, just
So, Dipset.
Yeah, Dipset.
Better than State Property.
Yeah.
I'm a Beans fan. Like you can't put nobody in the Dipset over Beans.
What we talking? Like,
You can't put nobody over
like
Beans?
lyrically. I don't even think career wise. Like I think
What?
like Cam. No, I mean Cam. Look, I'm gonna start something. Cam, because Cam has more longevity. You know what I'm saying? He was in the game before, but if you put their careers up when he started getting
Beans
that
Lightweight was in the game before Cam. The truth was out before. The truth was out
Cam was
before.
back-
remember
Big
with
L.
Mace? Remember with Mace?
he was. But listen,
Mace.
what I'm saying. Well, this is what I said. Remember, I said Cam was out before. Okay. You had Course and Carriage. You had Children of the Corn. Okay, all of that.
Right.
Big L. Boom. But what I'm talking about, this Come Home With Me Cam was a different Cam.
Yeah, okay.
This a different
Yeah,
Cam.
but,
You know what I'm saying?
that's what I'm saying. From that Cam and Beans, from that point in his career to now, and Beans to now, I think Beans topping.
I can't go.
Beans
No.
topping.
Going
Just
song.
as far as like being
go
a
with it.
classic artist, like Cam ain't finna be in your top 10.
Why?
Cam in your top 10.
He just
Right.
told you the
One of my
impact on his
favorite-
life,
favorite
dog.
rappers. He's definitely top 10. Because everything's not about lyrics. Like, for me, it's not. Okay,
Correct.
Lyrics is good, but if we're going to go off straight, it can't be, because then niggas top 10's got to move, because you got niggas
Yeah.
like Cannabis.
Yeah.
You got niggas
Yeah.
like Jay Electronica. Like,
that's real.
You got, so
Yeah.
move
Black
all
Thought.
the, move,
Yeah.
black, move
Yeah.
all them niggas.
Yeah.
Who's
but
the most
them niggas
complete
is
artist?
Whack.
Yeah.
They're not whack, but they whack when it
In
comes
comparison,
to
in comparison,
the
what we talking about.
package.
Yeah, definitely,
We don't want to
definitely.
just. I don't want to just. I want to see the flaws. I want to see the creativity.
Yeah, the marketability.
Cam giving all of that.
So you brought up something with the Cannabis, made me think. Were you a big Smack DVD guy? Like when it was coming out?
I used to watch it. I used to definitely watch when it was like the Murder Mooks, and then when old dude bodied. Dang, why can't I think of his name now?
Loaded Lux.
Loaded Lux first smack back. I got a nigga to back smack. You know what I'm saying? I was real heavy on them, but I didn't really. I wasn't like I gotta watch the next one, but I did watch. I had a moment when I was watching them YouTube clips of the
Remember,
of the smack shit.
Poster Boy.
Yeah, Poster Boy. Who else? Trying to think who else was on
the
there.
107 joint though. That's how he got his.
Freestyle Fridays,
yeah,
was it?
Yeah, that's
Freestyle
what he
Friday.
came
Before
up
that, Cassidy would try to do some shit.
Okay.
Before that's what got him,
Cass,
to
yeah.
rapping. The thing about and he was one of the ones that actually did cross over from being a good battle rapper to actual
Who
can make a
artist,
real
Cassidy.
song.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
people, that's the problem. A lot of
They
them
can't
rapping
cross
niggas,
over.
They can't make a hit. So, you know what I'm saying? He was, but no, I definitely used to watch the smacks and shit.
It was another cultural phenomenon.
Yeah, yeah.
Got the N1 mixtape, Dipset, then the Smack. I'm just trying to paint a Ryan Wolf picture, like
No,
saying,
Smack
well,
wasn't. Well, Smack ain't one of my songs. So Smack-
no, I'm saying like the era, like
Oh, yeah. No, I
because
was
we
watching
all
Smack.
like around the same age,
Yeah,
but
yeah, no.
you come to school on Monday, it's like, yo, did you see this?
Right,
Like
definitely.
people had the bootlegs and all
yeah.
that stuff like that. All right, so what would be the fourth track? You know,
The next one would be, and again, this is a song, the William Beckton Broken. This is a song that was really all before this. This damn near was one of the. Is another gospel song that I grew up to, but it was just something that always stays with me. Like, and this is the time when I remember just getting laid off from my job, and getting laid off and kind of worried about what I'm gonna do. When I'm gonna find a job. What am I gonna? You know what I'm saying?